Done, Dr. Chandra.
Good evening, everyone present over here for the session today. And as usual, on behalf of the core team and the organizer, Department of Psychology, the American College, Madurai, and the associating partners, Madras School of Social Work, Chennai, MS Chelamurthy Institute of Rehabilitation and Mental Health, Madurai, Red Pond Educational and Psychological Research Center, Madurai, and Psycho-Oncological Association, Turkey. We welcome you all today for a wonderful session by our dear Dr. Suresh Kumar sir. And as you all know, love and life cannot be separated. Love in any form is acceptable. Everyone on this earth is longing for love. And so we are here to listen to Suresh share on different forms of love and what is love. Everybody has a different perspective. Let us all travel together in this journey to learn more about love, which is the need of the hour. Thank you everyone for here, and the session is over to you, Suresh.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Chandra, for the welcome and the great platform for sharing my experiences here. Very good evening, one and all. As Dr. Chandra said, there are different perspectives are there for the love, for the term love, and I'm going to share my perspective on my understanding about the love. And I think every one of us very curious to know what it is. Like you, I am also very curious to know what is love, and why, whether it is only applicable to the particular period, or what is the true love? If there is any fake love, is there? So there are many questions are in the minds of many people. Even I too had on all those questions in my mind. I try to find answer for the question, and so for that search, I found some of the sequences. So first, I'm going to tell about that benefit out of love, and I'm going to talk about that classification given by. There are many theories are there, and one of the theories about which talks about love and classification of love. And just I'm going to talk about only these two components for today. And there are many theories are there to explain the concept of love. There are many theories. Even ancient philosophy also, they had different theories to explain the love. And when we come to the literature, and literature also we can find number of articles, number of studies, number of theories. They talking about the love and what is true love and what is other different types of love. And when it comes to that model, and mostly we are having that concept or idea about the love only because of what we hear and what we see. And most of us, the idea what we are having about the love mostly influenced by the surrounding members, neighbors, and especially the family members, the neighbors who are in love and relationship, or else we can go to the next important component that has a huge impact on understanding, or if we have the concept regarding love, it is because of media. The media has a huge impact on us to have to understand about what is love. Just as I said, I think Dr. Chandra introduced about me, just this about me. There is a saying here. There is a saying here. And many of us, we think that when the person who are in love, they are getting something. But actually, what it is not about expecting or getting something from others. It is nothing but expecting to give. Expecting to give others, which is everything. When the person is in love, in relationship, it's not expecting someone must care about us. Okay. And expecting they must be cordial to us. No. Love is something we have to give it to others. You have to give what you're expecting from others. If you give it to others, that experiences, that feeling, that is everything that we can call as love. I hope the one quote is a very clear understanding about love. It is not expecting from others. When you ask some common man, as I said, we are having the different perspective, different understanding about the term love. Some people say that if we are in the love, mutual love, you must give it to me. But actually, it is not so. Love is something, it is giving, and that is everything. Okay, that's it. Okay, next one is to understand the concept love. It is complex. Why it is complex? It is because it has an emotion, it has a behavior, it has a belief which is associated with our feeling, And for what are the feeling we are, belief system feeling we are having, affection, protectiveness. Someone, they will not choose all the person become a lover. They choose as a lover only when they feel that they are more protective. When you look at them, why you chose me, they will say, you look my father, you look like my father, you look like my mother. Why they are saying that? They are getting protective feeling from the parent. That way they select that lovers in that perspective. As we all aware about uh, Vinayagar, Lord Vinayagar searching woman like his mother. The same thing, why he's looking for the protectiveness and then affection. And the next one is warmth. Warmth. You must feel more comfortable. Sometimes when you someone is very close to us, we may not feel that warmth and respect for others. So if we have these three feelings, that love is a complex one. To understand these things, it has three important components. One is an emotion, behavior, and belief system. And in that belief system, which is strong feeling of affection, protectiveness, warmth, and respect to other members. And if you found all these things, and you can understand that the person is loving you, or if you have these things to towards somebody else, that means you are in love. So that is the easiest way we can able to understand. And there is a debate is going on that. I think this is the month of February. You all know that Valentine's Day. So the month is called Lovers' Day month. There is a saying is that. And one more, there is a debate is that the people are saying that mother love is far better than. I think everyone, they come up with their point of view, but I cannot say that this one is better and the physical attraction is not good. So I don't want to discuss here. I want to say about that what is love. And it may be between any person, not only particular to that teenagers or who are in that young and adulthood. It is about all the people. Love can be done, and the beginning itself I said, love can be done at any age. And when you have these feelings, even at your 8 years, and you are in love. And when we want to get on clarity about it, okay. For example, I'll give one example. Suppose if you are going to new place. Okay, if you want to know about the person, and the person close to them, they will give information about the particular person. I think you may not have any idea about it. Just imagine that you are entering the new workplace. Just imagine you are entering the new workplace where you can find out there are many colleagues will be there, and each person will say about other members, from which we will get a perception about that person, not based on your experiences, based on the inputs given by them. When we want to get the clarity about the love, we have to understand that what are the different definitions, different perspectives are there to define the term love. And here are some of the definitions that try to cover the term love. One is about, it is on willingness to prioritize others' well-being or happiness for other members. For example, if you are in a love and relationship, and your priority is for their well-being, physical as well as mental well-being, as well as to improve the happiness of that person. So in that case, mutually you will get benefit out of it. That is one perspective. And another perspective is nothing but it is an extreme feeling of attachment. And when you are not see, I think there are many movies either. I can quote one movie here, Alai Payide, Mani Ratna movie. And when they were in a love relationship, she was away for a work, and he feel that the strong detachment, and he tried to meet her. The extreme feeling of attachment, affection, and need. They feel that they need to be here. Like I can give one example. When you look at the kids, the infant, newborn babies, they feel more warm than when most of the time they want to be very close to the mother. You look at them, even when they able to travel and then walk, they will be close to them. So it is an extreme feeling of attachment, affection, and need. So that also explain the term love. And another one is it is a traumatic, like drama. Now it is an unexpected thing, sudden feeling of attraction and respect towards the person. If we develop that, also comes under the category defining the term love. And you all know that the feeling of care, affection, and light. Okay, and you feel the person is carrying me, and I'm carrying that person, and more affectionate, and you like each other. So that also define the term love. And another reason is nothing but a choice of commitment to helping each other. It is a choice of, it is a commitment to helping each other, respecting each other, and caring for each other. And it can be done through marriage or any other. Excuse me. Yes. Or else some combination of above emotions the persons are experiencing, we can come to a conclusion that the person is in love. So there are many perspectives other. That perspective we can able to understand when we look at the different definitions given by the person. But the clarity, it is a strong emotion, giving, taking, and mutual. So that thing we have to understand that. And next one is about what is the benefit of having love and mental health? And look at that, those who are in that research, who has done a research on that fact of love and mental health. The recent day researchers agree that they agree that when love plays a significant role in improving the physical health as well as psychological well-being of the person. And look at the person, and they will be caring about themselves, and they feel physically healthy. Because I remember that one of my friends who was in love and relationship, he tried to find a job. He told me that, why you are trying to find a job when you are doing the undergraduate? He told me that suppose if I am married her, I need to earn money to take care of her. So these kind of things would be there. And for that, he developed his skills. I remember that he went to the computer course. After course, that time it is on our nearly highest call, he attended. So they do like this. And another one is, there are numerous studies where listed out what are the benefit out of we are getting. Yes, feeling of security. There are many studies that proven that there are many benefits when we were in love and relations, which are demonstrated. Like one of the inputs given by Anita is and the feeling of security. You feel more comfort. And when the person who are in love and their mental health, I think it is easily we can improve, and automatically it will take care of the mental health of the person. And another fact is here. I think we all know that the children that are having the problem in later stages. If the children or babies shown more love from the parents, if the children's getting more love from the parents, it may be any form, cuddling or hugging or frequently saying the positive words, and that will help them to delay that illness. I think every one of us, we are prone to the illness, different kind of illness, physical as well as mental and emotional illness. And the people who are experiencing the feeling of love through different modes, for example, affection and holding their hands and then getting positive words, and they can say that I'm here for you, cuddling, hugging others, and these things will delay the illness among the kids. See, what amazing thing. And I come to know that there is an oxygen parlor is there. Oxygen parlor where we can get more pure oxygen that will help us to have detoxification will happen in our lungs. Likewise, cuddling studios were built up in some of the area where some people who are lacking that oxytocin secretion. When we were close to others, when we touch others, and when you hold someone who loves you, and the hormone will be secreted, and that will help us to improve our health. Not only improving our health, it delay that we are getting into the illness. That is another benefit. And sometimes the people look at that who are not having that adequate level of love, and which is highly correlated with the feeling of low self-esteem. And look at the person who are having that low self-esteem, they feel about they are very low and they are not capable of. And this kind of thought is that means they are having the thought that they were not loved enough. It is because of that only. And the person who are experiencing depression, why they are having the depression? Hopelessness, helplessness. No one is supporting me. Everyone is against me. This kind of thought is that's why they are developing the depression. And love is the primary root cause for that. And when you having the love, and you can improve your self-esteem as well as you can able to overcome your depression. And as we all aware that India is the most depressed country in the world. Not quoted by me, it was quoted by the WHO, World Health Organization. And so be in love and relationship to overcome the depression. That's the one thing. And one more thing, the happiness. Everyone, we like to be happier in our life. Okay. So you all know that those who are in the love and relationship, most of them, when you look at them, we feel it isn't contagious. Okay. But when they were happy, when we look at them, we also feel happy. And these people are almost all the time will be happy. Those who are love and giving love and getting love, both experiences love. That is the beauty of love. And another one is for long-term health component. As I said, we delay the illness of an individual as well as when we wish to taking care of our health component and holistical perspective, and love play an important role for each individual and the person who are having adequate level of love, and they will have the better health components. Let me give one example. As we are aware about the Sigmund Freud saying that there are two types of instincts are there: life instinct and death instinct. The libido concept. Libido is on life energy, otherwise we said that sexual energy, the life energy. Life energy is like a stream. It will flow from that highest place to the lowest place. And if there is a place stagnation, if there is something not allowing to move that flow, what will happen? The death instinct will happen. The love is on something. The life energy is moving. When you experience love, throughout you may not have any kind of health issues. And the person who are not having the adequate level of love from their family members, others surrounding, and they may experience health-related problems. Okay. And sometimes you'll be, even if it is in a workplace or in your home or in your community, they will be very close to you and you may not feel emotionally connected. It is because lack of love. And when you are love and relationship, it is a feeling, you feel that more connected to the person, even if they were away from you on so many kilometers. Even if they are away from 1,000 or 5,000 kilometers, they feel more connected to the other person. And I think we know that the only way we can fight against COVID-19 or any kind of viruses, it is an immunity development. The studies were found that the person who are in love or you are getting the love, that increases your immunity level. The easiest way. You need not to go for any medication and other things, and you can do this love in your day practices, and that will increase your immunity level. And we have to understand that there are many of us who may not have the distinction between love and lust. So we must know that what is love, what is not love, what is lust. And here there is the comparison chart that will give some overview about the term love and lust. When we want to know that what is love generally that grows slowly. It may not get love at first sight. That is not comes under love. Generally it is speaking. But the term we are using love at first sight. No. Love is something that grows very slowly for a period of time. It may take 1 year or 1 month, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year or 5 years it may be take. It grows very slowly and you will develop the love. But lust is something love at first sight. When you like somebody at first sight itself, there is no lust. The physical attraction towards a person, not only physical attraction, it may be that cognitive ability, you may amazed about that ability and you may like it. Okay. Second one is, here in the love you can find out security. And here you feel jealous about it. If someone talk to them, if you are getting jealous, that is lust. And if someone talk to your partner and you feel nothing, we are having the mutual understanding, there won't be any problem. And that kind of security is there, and that relationship is called love. And here it is a balanced one. It is a balanced love, you can see balanced. Okay, they will not, you are higher than me. That kind of thing will not be here. They are very balanced. The mutual agreement will be there between the partners. And here it is distracted. And one thing is, if they were there and they forget everything, that is one way. And another thing is about they may not do that, what kind of activity they are doing. And there will be more patience. In love relationship, we can find out there are more patience, like motherly love. See, even the kids who are doing unnecessary things, they feel more patience. And impatience will be there in the lust. Immediately they want gratified. And you can connect with that. There are some studies were saying that for this term alone, male and female. Female are more patient and male are impatient. for physical component. And another one is here we can find out in love, we can find out friendship. There is an understanding. And what is friendship? We know everything about that opposite person. But here we may not have that. We may have the image about that. Imagine is there are two selves are there, ideal self and real self. Real self is what you are. Ideal means you may expecting something. That imaginations will be there in the lust. There are many expectations will be there in your life. And here it has a future. Not only it will end with a particular component, throughout the year it will grow. They are the future and the relationship will be long lasting. And here lust is for only that moment, that day only. And here, as I said in the beginning, it's the first quote itself. Not getting is not a love. Okay, not taking from others is not a love. And it is giving to others. Giving to others is called love. But lust is something you can take away, something what you like. The immediate gratification. Gratification happening in the lust, but not in the love. That is a basic comparison overview. And here there are a few more things we can see here. The basic difference between love and lust. There is an association is also there. Both are physical attractions will be there, both love and lust. Physical attraction will be there in both. But that the feel-good hormone will be there in love. And that feel-good hormone like dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin secretion will be very high among the people. Not only that particular moment, it is a long-lasting. You can see it is for a particular moment that is on lust. And you feel that it is a long-lasting, that comes under the category of love. That is the basic difference between love and lust. I hope you all understand that. I will repeat the point here. Physical attraction is very common among love and lust. But when you are in that attracted towards them, there is a neurotransmitter will be secreted, dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These were the hormones will be secreted. Okay, and these hormones secretion will be there long-lasting, longer period of time it will happen. But if it happens for that moment and shorter period of time, that comes under lust, not comes under love. Okay, and love is something which is cultivated between the two people, not by immediately. Over a period of time, it will be developed. When they come to know about each other and they will understand each other and they experience that, okay, this person is very close to me and I feel more comfortable with that person. And not immediately over a period of time and they realize that component we can say as a love. And love as a commitment, it has a commitment. They will spend quality time for the person and mutual trust. Mutual. They trust and that person also trusts. Not only single side, one-sided. The mutual trust will be there and acceptance. Even if it is a mistake or if it is a good thing, they will accept it, what it is. Accepting the reality will be there. Okay. So that is a basic difference. But in lust, you cannot find out. There won't be any commitment. There won't be any time, quality time between these partners, and there won't be any mutual trust. And at the same time, they will not accept in all the components. There will be differences we can find out in lust. And when we look at the difference in sex-driven component, initially these both love and lust will be driven by attraction towards other person. That is a primary urge. The sex is the primary urge. But when you look at that, it is an ideal understanding about each other that comes under love. Okay, but for example, in lust, if the persons they may attract to something, and if they lost it, and they may not have the lust. I hope I given that answer. In lust, they may attract towards the person, but a particular quality, if the particular quality comes down, and if it is not up to the mark, and these attraction will be comes down, we can find in the person who are having that experience of lust. But in love, it won't be there. I think look at the face and love, that lust. Look at the heart and love, that look at the heart, and if you have the relation, that is a love, that is an understanding you can have. And now we are getting into that important component of theory. As I said, there are many classifications to explain the types of love. And you can also come, if you want to know that whether you are having love towards others, if it is what kind of love, I'm going to give the test also. And here is the test. It is a free version. you come to know that what is your type of love and whom you are loving also we can able to find it. Okay, and if possible, we can able to see these tests after explaining the concept. It will be there around 9 slides. After that, and then I will share that test, and then you can take the test, and you can come to know by yourself what is your love type. And Sternberg triangle of love theory. The 3 components. What are they? Sternberg he suggested that passion, intimacy, and commitment. These are the 3 important components of love. It's like a mixture. Okay. In what proportion you are giving these 3, that determines your love type. What kind of love you are having at right now. And definitely will come from any one of the category. It will be any one of the category, passion, intimacy, and commitment. If it is on commitment is high, that will be one kind of love. And if it is all 3 are there, and that will come under one category of love. And all 3 is there, not there in a person, that also comes under love. And we will see one by one. And here you can see it is a triangle: passion, commitment, and intimacy and commitment. We can able to know that what kind of love we are having, or experience we are having. We come to know that through that passion, intimacy, and commitment. Whether it is presence or absence. If it is present, how extent it is present, that also has an influence on to understand the type of love. And just look at that here. We have to understand what do you mean by passion, what do you mean by intimacy, what do you mean by commitment. We will know. I think you all aware of it, even though I will try to give my perspective, my understanding from the sources I collected. What is passion? It is an intense feeling. That's why now, intense feeling. Physical attraction towards the partner. So that we can say passion. Passionate love. And they are more attracted towards the person. They may have an ideal component. And we can see these kind of passion in almost all the relationships. It may be on marriage or whatever it may be. In the early stages, we can find a passionate love. And when you get in the relationship with your husband and you or the husband and wife, they experience this passionate love. So in the beginning stages, the earlier stages. So that experience we can say passionate love. And intimacy. So intimacy is nothing but it is an ability of sharing the feeling between one and another. Okay, you are having a particular feeling, I am having a feeling, sharing the feeling. That is intimacy. Not only that, the personal thought. And they feel that they are more close to the psychological closeness, not physical one. Understand that. Even they may be different places, they care about others. By the words itself, we can able to understand. And but it is not easy to develop in the beginning. Intimacy takes a time to develop it. It takes a time to develop. It is based on the knowledge about the partner. When they understand it, and it will develop it. Otherwise, it won't develop. And commitment is something which is conscious decision staying together. I am here for her. I am here for him. So that conscious decision will be taken, and that decision we can call as a commitment. Sorry. So, and here you can see what are the different types. See, when blending these 3 components, what are the 3 components are there? The passion is nothing but your body. The physical body is connected with that. There are 3 types of love, 3 types. And you can see the mind. If you are connected towards other person, the mind, there are again 3 types. And commitment. The spirituality, not that what we can say it is an purest love, that kind of word. No? Or if it is there or not, we can say that there are 3 types of love. And if all these 3 were there, and there are 1 type. So there are 7 types of love. There are 7 types of love. One is liking, compassionate, empty, virtuous, infatuation, romantic, so, and consummate love. These are things we are going to look into in the coming slides. Here you can see. If it is there intimacy, in liking you can find only intimacy will be there. In consummate love, you can find it all the 3. In compassionate love, you can see the commitment as well as intimacy. In infatuated love, the passion and physical component will be there. And empty love, the commitment alone will be there. And romantic love, we can see passion and intimacy. And furious love, we can see commitment and passion. Based on the availability, the presence and the options of other components, we can able to classify the types of love the person is experiencing. Okay, what is liking? We can see that in this relationship, in liking, it is a knowledge of others, and they feel that sense of closeness. Sense of closeness, if we can find out if the persons are liking. And the persons are liking, there won't be any passion and commitment. The intimacy only will be there. And other components like passion and commitment, we cannot find in that relationship, in that love. And both the partners, they feel very free themselves. And they will disclose that personal information. They will not hide any kind of information. And they may feel that the other person knows them very well. For example, I like the friends, now I like my friend. So that there we can see that likeness, they know about other person and they believe that the other person knows about them. And they will be more honest with them. And they allow them to like others. Okay. Cheers. Just a minute, I'll come back. We'll continue. So liking, we can able to see that intimacy will be there. The other two components will not be there in the person, and they feel more close, and they will not hesitate to share the information. They believe that the other person know everything about them. And we can, the best example say, they are say that he is my friend. We can say, okay. They say that this person is my friend. But this friendship will be broken when they say that I'm attracted towards the person. If they were involved in any kind of romantic activity, the friendship will be broken between the opposite genders. And another type of love is an infatuation. What is infatuation? According to Sternberg, he said that infatuation is nothing but love at first sight. Love at first sight. Okay. It is an immediate physical attraction towards somebody else. When you see the person, oh, amazing. That's why when you the movies, it may be a hero or heroine, when you look at the person and you feel that this kind of attraction will be there. And if you see any person, if you get into that, that is called infatuation. Mostly, we can see in that youngsters, the school-going children, and they experience these infatuation, but they confuse these. This comes under their love category only. But they confuse with that the real love and then this one. Okay, here what will happen? If the person think about that, the attracted towards the particular person only, nothing will come in their mind. Wherever they look into that, all the person will be looking that person only. And it will be there for a brief period of time, and the person, the opposite person will be there in the mind for 24/7. Nothing will come into their mind. And they think about only that person only. And they may not take food, and they may not take bath, they may not eat. And this kind of feeling, and most of the movie, and that is called infatuation. Most of the symptoms they are showing in the movie scene, and that comes in this category. And it will be only short-lived. We cannot find out this kind of experience long-lasting. When we look at that infatuation will be there in a short period of time, not more than that. There are some studies that found that these infections will be there for a month, or for a few months, or for a year, not more than that. When you see the person, there is a neurotransmitter will be strike out in your mind when you see the person and something, and you feel that kind of experiences. So that is the second type of infatuation, passionate love. Passion only be the love at first sight that comes under this category. And many people, they think that here we cannot find, there won't be any commitment. There won't be any intimacy. They may not like the person. They're attracted, that's all. So I think you are getting the clarity about it. And futurist love. And here we can see they are more attracted towards physical attraction. Here we can see, and that's why that leads to early commitment in the relationship. Here what we can see, in this kind of love, we can see passion and commitment are important component, except intimacy. Passion will be there, physical attraction will be there, and commitment. Commitment will be there, but not intimacy. That mind, they may not be connected. There is no intimacy, but at the same time, commitment is premature. In the beginning itself, they will take a commitment, not understanding the person, and they will develop on commitment. In the beginning itself, they will take on commitment. And we can see this kind of love. The partners are very rarely talk about something about their ideas. Like other infantilism, they talk about 24/7. And here they talk whenever they need it. Their focus is intense physical attraction. And both they're talking about that commitment, what we are going to do in our life. So that kind of thinking will be there in the person. Okay, after marriage, we are going to settle down in somewhere where we are going to settle down. And it is because of sense of insecurity. This features love will develop sense of insecurity, and they feel that they want to make a relationship very beginning itself, because if they were not initiate the love and relationship in the beginning days, it may lost. So that is why they are urging, they make premature commitment with that other person. And empty love. And most of the people, we can see that those who are married after 5 to 7 years, and we cannot find out this the love. The empty love will be there. And mostly in the beginning stage, they are having all these components, and in empty love, there won't be any commitment, there won't be any passion, there won't be any intimacy. Nothing will be there. And they were connected to each other. These three components will not be there. And they were connected, it is because of that money. The property may be there in both names. Or they may have the children's. Or for the status name only. Okay, if she is here, and they will be either name in the society. Otherwise, they may others. That's why they were connected. Otherwise, there is no love between one and another. Here, this kind of love, the partners were committed to staying together because of the religious belief system, or the children's, for the sake of the children, but not for sharing their ideas and feelings with each other. And there won't be any physical attraction we cannot find, and this kind of empty love. Not only physical, psychological connection we cannot find. And another category is romantic love. In romantic love, we can see the physical as well as mind. There won't be any commitment. See, in that there is one new living together comes under here. Romantic love, we can equate to that living together. Yes, the physical intimacy will be there, the passion will be there, and there will be more romantic, but there will be no commitment. If you don't like me, you can go away. So that kind of thing they will have it. And I don't expect I can do these kind of things for you. And the partners spend the quality time. And they feel more enjoyment, more happiness when they were others. No matter, they feel more happy. And these will be continuous for a longer period of time. And there won't be any commitment. And we can see that why they are not committing to their partners. Why they are not making commitment? If they were committed, they feel that they may not have the closeness with that person, the passion, and they are afraid of that these intimacy and passion will come down. That is the only reason they are not having the commitment. Romantic love, it is because they are not making commitment, because they are afraid that these experiences of passion and intimacy may comes down. To avoid those things, they are not making any commitment. Compassionate love. Compassionate love is another kind of love according to Sternberg. He said that intimacy will be there. Intimacy and commitment. Well, what is missing here? They are psychologically connected, mind-wise they connected, and they are committed to each other, but physically they are not having. There is no attachment. And this comes under compassion. Self-compassion we have seen that. And it may be with other animals also will come, it may be with any person. And they, here we can see those are in this kind of love and relationship, they respect each other. They respect each other, and they were committed to decided that okay, we are going to together for longer period, but there won't be any physical attraction, and it won't make any impact on their relationship. They feel that okay, we are here. They won't regret about that not being close to other person. and the partners are like a good friends. They are committed to each other for the welfare of each other and help for health also. And the last one, the seventh type of classification is, and if you found these kind of love, intimacy, passion, and commitment, that we can find out only in consummate love. And this is often the ideal type of love. When you want to find out, when you look at that your partner comes under, he is having this kind of love, you can close your eyes and then you can fix that person. Here, the partner and the couple, they share what they will do. They share about that what they like. And if the person is down there, this very strong closeness we can able to find in this kind of. There will be a lover, there will be a friend, and there will be committed, and everything will be there. All the components that we were discussed, we can find in this person. And if we want to know that what kind of love we are having, there is an answer. It's one more classification here. I think I don't want to discuss here this point, and we will have it in another presentation. It goes around nearly 45 slides. So I stop here. We have to understand that there is one more classification also. And these are the 7 types of classification as per the Sternberg. And I will share the link with you all in that chat box. You can take the test and you can find out what kind of love category comes under. And you can able to know that your partner having that love, what kind of category, what kind of type he is, what kind of category you are. That clarity, understanding, you can able to get the test. And you can take the chat box for the link. Just a minute. I'll have to share this link. And thank you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Yes, here is the link. You can find in the chat box. Yeah, I'm finished. I'm completed my presentation. I hope I given that what is love, different perspectives of love, and what are the benefit out of being in that love, the feeling of love, and what are the different types of love. And we can able to identify our partner is and comes in which category, or you can able to self-analyze yourself and what kind of love you have. And that you can take it from the test. The link which I shared in your chat box, you can take the test and you can able to interpret by yourself. And if you have any questions or interactions regarding this, or would you like to share your experiences, you are always welcome. We'll have a discussion right now. Over to you, Dr. Chandra.
Thank you very much, Suresh, for your nice presentation. So now we have a question in the chat box from Deepthi. She asks, can attachment be possible without love?
Yes. Yes, empty love. Empty love. That comes under one category. Yes, it is possible.
Participants, if you have any questions, kindly unmute yourself. Not just questions, you can also share your thoughts or experiences on love. You know, love is an ocean. We can just swim in that. Please do share something.
And one more thing, I still remember that when you are getting information about love, every person will give different information, inputs regarding this. Most of the time, they may not give the true information. They will give their understanding about it, they will say that.
Sir, good evening, Suresh sir.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, good evening.
Sir, I came to know different types of love today only, sir. Hats off you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for this presentation.
I'm giving the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I think there is only about 3 components. There is one more, the philosophical perspective. They classify love into 8 types.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. In future, take it, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, sir. What about phenylethylamine? P. The
Um,
chemical is secreted in our brain.
Okay.
If the level of P is increased, the person will be under love.
Yeah, yes, sir. See.
Just imagine the advertisement of dairy milk. One person, lady is standing in front of standing the bus stop, and one boy will approach them and telling before telling happy news, take a sweet. Then he take the chocolate and given the message, I love you.
Okay. Sir, actually, the love at first sight, sir.
Yeah.
That comes under infatuation only.
Yeah, that is lust only.
Yes,
Under
yes,
comes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it won't be long lasting.
Yeah.
After days we can eat chocolate.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, good evening,
Yes.
sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Pratap. Sir,
Solunga,
actually,
madam.
today's
Solunga.
session is very interesting and very informative. Sir. Actually, before that, I know only the conditional love and unconditional love.
Okay.
Today, you explained many different types. Okay. That
And you can
conditional
take the test, ma'am. There are 7 types. You can able to know that the composition also, and where you can find out what kind of love type you are having, and your expectations also we can able to find out. If it is on commitment oriented, and you have to find out that other person, that person also must have the commitment oriented love, and that will be other mutual. I think for a horoscope we can find out love match by using Sternberg model, and this test will be very useful.
Okay, sir. That expectation only, that a conditional love.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, I
There
think.
is one question in the chat box, sir.
Yes.
I think Vishal Mukund has
Yeah.
asked.
If your
if
couple
there
need
has
to be
to be an-
ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
there
think,
has to be an ideal love between a couple, do they have to cross other love types?
yes.
Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Sir,
They have to
please.
experience the other type too. Definitely. And all the 3 components, for example, I can say, some of the marriage, arranged marriage, I can say, they may not have in the beginning days, they may not have the passionate love. Intimacy may not be there. Our passion may not be there. But later it may develop. And there is a Tanu's statement here. Paka pakadam pudikkum. So that it will come. And for over a period of time, then the different stages, different types of love the person may experience.
Sir, and also what I'm trying to ask now, if a couple is there, they will cross all the stages in each and every time. If the kid is small, they will be more attached like that. If kid is big, they need to go. If the kid's marriage is there, their love will be something other than that. No, sir.
Yes.
Each and every time, the stages of love will change.
Yes. I agree with you. And yes, it will change.
Yeah.
Over a period of time, that experience of love may fall under any one of the category.
Yeah.
Because what is the ideal love? If it is an asking, that we can say fuchsious love. That is an ideal one. That has all the 3 components: commitment, passion, and intimacy.
Sir, in our society, the empty love is also needed, sir. Most of our grandparents are also living in the empty love only, because of money, because of the society, because of our children. So many controversy between them, but they are living with empty love. So empty love also needed for our society.
There are when you take that, there are many people who are experiencing this kind of empty love. I agree with you. That is true. That is there. But when we talk about it, that may leads to depression. They feel more low self-esteem. That also they are more prone to that. If there is no love, and they were prone to that. We were discussing. There are many points that happiness will come down. They may experience health problem, and that delay of illness will come very quick.
Chandra here. I have a doubt.
Yes.
In the course that I have learned, sir, I was taught that a girl, when getting married, she detaches from her family and gets attached to another family. So love exists for both families, but in the in-law family, it is love with attachment. But for the parents, it is just love without attachment, because attachment cannot happen in both places. Then it is going to be a problem. So what kind of love will it be?
As I said in the beginning, the mind, the physical, if it is not there, then the other will take over. Intimacy will be there. Passion is on physical attachment. Passion is on physical attachment. And the other component, mind, is on intimacy. The commitment is on spiritual. And when we were in in-laws' house, what are the experiences we may think? There are possible types of love in your in-laws, and physical passion will be there, and you may not have that intimacy, and commitment will be there to some extent. But in mother's love, when in your home, and when we are going to other family, and where we can find out there, and here the passionate love comes down. But other two will be there. Commitment will be there, and that intimacy will be there. Even the faraway places, the persons were there, and these two will be there definitely. Why they are not having the passionate love? It is because their person is not close. They may not have the hug, and they may not huddle with them. So that is the only thing they may not experience.
Sir, thank you, sir. Clarity has arrived. But I think these days we can't judge love with a family, no, sir. 1-to-1 is always better.
Yes.
With whom we have to pose on what kind of love, that is always better.
Yeah. Yes.
Be more peaceful in life.
Yes. True.
I think we are done with the questions now, sir.
No,
which
the final
think
question.
the best kind of love? There is one question, sir.
Best kind of love, I think, based on the time period. For when you want to make a partner in your time, the future's love, 3 components must be there. That is the best one. That is an ideal one, I can say. Commitment, passion, and intimacy. If it is there, that person, that is an ideal love. That is the best one.
I think we are done with the questions now.
Yeah, we will go forward.
So it is time to thank your great contribution on the lovable topic, love. You have been triangulating love, body, and mind in different forms and different perspectives. And your research on love is very well appreciated, sir, because we have got different dimensions to understand, to think, to judge, and to use whatever we want in life. So we are very happy about what you're doing with whatever topic you choose, sir. We are really overwhelmed to listen to you. Please keep up this good work, and you're really, really helping a lot of people for better understanding in whatever we do. I'm one of it. Thank you so much for being here this evening. And also the participants, with your continuous support, we are really, really overwhelmed than what we are today. So without your support, we have not been this far, as I always say. Thank you so much for also participating in this great evening. On behalf of all the organizers and also the core team, I thank one and all present in the session today. Thank you so much. Meet you all today in yet another session, the same time tomorrow. Bye. Good night.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sandra.